Today is the day, guys. The SPNK BNK ZR1 is finally done, and Chad tells me he thinks I'm gonna be happy with it. I teased you with this car about 2 years ago when we were rebuilding the C5, and I planned on bringing you some updates on it once we got it done, but it just was another round of disappointing modifications. It wasn't how I wanted it. So I called up Greg Kong, Cog Performance, and I said, here's what I have, here's what I want, tell me what I need. So he ported a bunch of stuff, told me a bunch of other parts to order. We've got them on there. We're gonna head over to the Shop Inc. and see what it puts down.
What do you think it's gonna make?
I'm not gonna guess because I know what it makes.
Chad knows what it's made.
I mean, driving this now, it's just effortless. I mean, it's just like quarter throttle. It's just like, whoop, and you're
nice.
like, Jesus.
So it's noticeable.
Yeah, it drives awesome.
So let's talk about what all changed on the car, because it looks the same except for the Kong intake on here.
Yeah, it does really. So yeah, his stage whatever, the CNC port on the blower.
We went to the 102mm setup all the way through.
Yeah, the 102 throttle body that used to be on the Unicorn. It's unfortunate that it sits this way because you can't see the 1320 logo that's on the bottom.
Damn it.
And then bigger injectors.
Yeah, injector dynamics hooked it up.
DSX auxiliary fuel pump. And then we put a 14% lower pulley on in place of the 10% lower that was on there.
And that was one of those things where I was like, it's such a pain in the ass to get to it. We probably didn't need it for me to be happy with the power, but while we're doing all of this, it's been like 3 different stages of disappointing mods over 5 years.
Try this, try this, try this.
And I didn't want to just do it partially, so it's like, all right, let's just
do it all.
Do it all, and the Kong intake looks sweet. That's cool, carbon fiber. Those just came out recently. So Kong Performance did the intake, and then he did all the porting on the throttle body, the snout.
It's his custom snout.
Oh, it is, that's right.
Yeah, it changes, you know, from being kind of cocked off to the side to be a straight shot, so.
Okay. All right, well, it's a moment of truth.
Yes.
Let's see how she does. Oh, yeah. So previously, the previous round of modifications, I put, we did porting of the stock throttle body and snout, and it just wasn't enough. I also did the Stage 2 GP tuning cam. Didn't do the Stage 3, I didn't want it all out crazy just for the street car. The other modifications the car has is a flex fuel setup, so I'm pretty much running 85 all the time, whether it's pump gas or Ignite. One Ignite E90. It's got full exhaust, or headers, cooked headers, and then a high flow X-pipe, as well as gutted caps. It made 630 horsepower, and previously it made maybe like 30 less horsepower before all those mods. So it just seemed weird. Let's see what she makes. I'm not gonna guess at all. Let's see what Matt thinks. What do you think it's gonna make?
I want it to make 800.
Okay. Sound. Wow. Ooh, 815.
Yes.
I've got an 800 horsepower ZR1.
Woohoo! That torque is a little over 750. It spiked at the end, so it shows 1200, but
1200 foot-pounds. That'll do. I don't want too much power. As weird as it sounds.
It's amazing. Like I said, when you drive it, it's just effortless to just do whatever you want. So.
I'm happy. I haven't driven it yet, but I'm happy with the numbers finally. The ZR1 with the blower just feels ridiculous. I can't wait to drive this thing. How much boost is it at?
Let me look at the data log. 17.
17 pounds?
A little over, 17.2.
Is that about where it should be at these pulleys?
Yeah, with that pulley combo.
Make a couple more pulls while it's on the dyno?
Yeah.
Might as well. It did?
Yeah. Turn it off?
Yeah. We got a flamethrower?
A little bit less. 804, almost 800 for torque. Oh, it did have a spike there.
Temps are gonna. So that's the problem with not having the ice tank in the back, is it's just gonna make less and less power as the motor gets hotter. That's just the way it goes with these blower cars. So this is one thing I'll have to deal with.
And the dyno is hard because you don't have airflow like you do when you're out on the street.
This doesn't simulate driving at 50 miles an hour or
Out on
whatever.
the street would be better.
Oh yeah, got a fireball. I've always wanted this thing to shoot flames. Now they just made a matching blue filter.
Right.
I guess it matches the belt. Cool.
It doesn't match the belt.
Now we got the Forge line wheels. A lot of people always ask what these are. They look so good. They've got the custom center caps, so you never actually know. But they're like, I think GA1R Forge line wheels. So the only thing we have left to do on the ZR1 is take it out and see how she rips. I can't wait to feel this. But before I leave, we also have the Unicorn sitting here. The Unicorn is a little worn out after the videos that you've seen from St. Louis, Albuquerque, and the half mile. Before any of those videos, the clutch was actually going out, and that was part of the reason why I thought it was spinning when it actually wasn't. So we're working on getting a new clutch for that. The spark plugs were due to be changed, and I nicked a few of them in the half mile, which you saw. Chad pulled apart the filter, everything looked fine. So the motor's good, but the last pulls at the half mile, it just would not run right, so I put it away. So we're gonna get the new plugs in there, gotta get new clutch in it, and we'll be back in business. All right, here we go. Oh wow, I forgot how light the clutch is. The C5's,
no unicorn clutch, huh?
The C5 clutch sucks. Oh yeah. All right, the tires warmed up. There we go. All right, first pulls in the ZR1. Super smooth too. It's not like, I miss that feeling.
Wow. This thing just takes off.
We forgot to clear the back of the car out.
Yeah, we did.
Stickers flying everywhere.
Sticker.
They're all over the place.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we lost something out the window.
Wow. And you can hear the pull, you can hear the blower.
Yeah, you've never been able to hear it before.
It's like, meep. I'm gonna get all on the back and we'll do another one.
Yeah.
I got the exhaust completely closed now. The cutouts are completely closed, so we'll see what it sounds like with just the pulleys. It opened back up.
Yeah.
Listen for the whine. It's weird, the cutout's still open. Let's see if I can get it to do it with it completely closed. Oh, the module's not plugged in, that's why it's doing it.
There you go.
Okay, now I got the dash logics plugged back in. You should just hear the intake and the blower whining, so it should sound really cool.
Wow. You can hear the back tires more than anything.
That was sweet.
That was nuts. Wow. I'm impressed. This thing pulls harder than it's ever pulled before.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wow, a lot.
Extra 130 horsepower or so.
It was violent before, now it's just ridiculous.
Yes. Happy customer.
Chad knocks it out of the park again.
Oh yes. Well, now that we got the new mods on the Spank Bank, got it dyno tuned, it's time to do some racing. We're out here at I-29 Dragway, and this is the track that was underwater back in March, and then again back in June. The water level is literally up to the bleachers. All you can see was that top rail. It's 14 feet of water back when the floods were really bad. So, happy to be back here. We've got a no prep race today. I'm gonna be running in the daily driver class, which is a 750 class. This car will run somewhere in the high 6s, but I'm gonna have to play the same game I did in St. Louis with the Unicorn and try and get it close to a 650 without breaking out. And I'm also be doing roll racing as well. Got my friend Corey here from Exotic Detail. We've got some Grudge races lined up with the guys at Altered Garage. So we're gonna do some racing, have some fun with the Spank Bank. All right, who wants to lose first?
What's that?
Who wants to lose first?
You do.
You do?
I've only put the car to the floor like twice.
What? Well, you better get a practice lap then. So this is a bone stock ZR1 with a tune, is that right?
No, it's bone stock.
No tune?
No, it's got 100 miles on it.
Oh, okay.
Completely stock.
So this is a bone stock ZR1.
Yeah, correct.
Stock tires.
Stock everything. We just aired the tires down to like 22 from like stock pressure, and that's literally it. I just took the plastic off.
So it's modified now.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Go do a test lap and then we'll line up some races.
All right.
It's sexy, that's for sure.
Thanks, man.
So what's stock power rated at?
They're like, they say 755.
To the crank?
Yeah, yep. But most guys put down like 670, 650 in them. So.
Oh, yeah. With AC. America.
You're shifting early?
Yeah, we're gonna give the C7 a handicap because he's in his break-in period. So before he hits 500 miles on the car, it only shipped at 5,200. So I'm gonna try and do the same thing just to make it fair.
It'll make it more interesting for sure.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to remember that, but his automatic's gonna shift for him at 52.
I mean, if you forget, you can.
Woo! It's a sexy car. Yep.
He let out a little early.
Yeah, he did. It's so weird shifting early.
Hey, we need to go again because I this one up.
Did you?
You let out early.
As we accelerate, I accidentally tapped this down. I'm gonna take these paddles out and throw them in the water. I tapped it down. It's stuck in third. So when it hit, when it went to shift to fourth, did you hear it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, give her all she's got.
All right, that worked.
I don't know if I hit. I don't know if that was good, but 40's fine for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait for the cone.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was better. That was a close race. I was hoping I'd get you by more, but you like a car now?
Yeah, that's what I said. That sounded like a car and a half to me. Yeah, awesome race.
They sound really good together.
Oh yeah, dude, yours is. I'm glad to have a helmet on. That's all I gotta
The
say.
exhaust is loud.
Yeah, it is. I'd be curious to see what it's like after 500 miles. If it's.
Yeah. I'm gonna race this thing next. So we're gonna race a Hellcat now. I've got to avenge Corey's losses in the C6 Z06. It was damn good races too. So Altered Garage versus 1320 video. Here we go.
Go for it whenever you're ready. Hell yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I expected.
Yeah.
About a car and a half.
Yeah. I could hear your blower just. I'm like, oh, it's right there. So the car's been down on power. After the first pass, it seemed like it slowed down. So I was looking under the hood to see if I could find anything. And there was coolant and water splashed all the way up over here. And the only time that's ever happened before was when the heat exchanger pump stopped working for the blower. So sure enough, I find this fuse holder. Apparently the fuse is loose or something because it melted the crap out of it. So the heat exchanger hasn't been working for God knows how long, probably a few weeks, which means that once the water's hot, it's just stuck in the supercharger, and these things are very finicky when there's not cold water going through them. So I'm gonna go see if I can find a new fuse holder, or just bypass it with some gauge wire so I can get back to business. One trip to Walmart, got a whole bunch of shit to bypass the fuse, and not the way I would normally do it, but there wasn't any other options, so we're just gonna send it. That one's good. 11 white. White means lane choice.
11?
11? I'll do the left.
My left lane?
Yep. Oh boy. What are you driving?
Are you driving a Honda?
Oh boy. What kind of Honda?
It's an EG sedan.
Oh, okay.
You can't miss it.
I like turbo Hondas.
Multicolored. TD04 turbo. It's about as small as they come.
Tiny guy. Well, good luck. We'll see you out there, man. Alright, so first round is a turbo Civic, which is good. He says he ran like an 8.9, so that means as long as I'm just ahead of him, we'll be good. As long as the tree isn't too far off on the reaction times, but definitely don't want to lose to a Civic. Alright, here's the Civic I'm racing. Turbo Civic, a few different colors. It says Trollololol on the back. I love it.
Kyle, please don't lose. Please. Sucks. This stuff's not easy to clean up, so I feel bad for these guys.
Alright. I'm going to be running Justin's ZR1 now. We're going to go out on the roll race while we're waiting for the next round for the daily driver class in the drag strip. He's got the beautiful red ZR1. Oh yeah. Crazy. Did you spin it all?
No.
Wow. I spun all the way through second, and then that's what you could tell when it hooked up. It finally started pulling.
Right when you hooked up, you can tell, just see your car lift up. It was like, holy shit.
I wish I could hear that from the outside, because the whining was
I bet both our cars were riding by there. So loud.
Fred was on the side there. I bet he got a sweet angle.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Good run. That was a lot of fun.
Great.
We're going to go back and do some more drag racing. They should be running our class here in about 30 minutes, so get this thing cooled down and maybe make it to third round. This thing's sweet. Hey, what kind of Toyota is it?
It's a 81 Toyota Corolla.
Really?
Yep.
And what motor's in here?
It's a 2JZ.
It's got a 2J?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yep.
That's sick. What's your best pass so far?
So far 717.
Okay. I gotta try and pace you so I don't break out.
I know.
So don't run a 7.
You
So
think it is your mate? Did you lost the key of your car or not?
I got it fixed. So we're good.
You got it fixed?
Yep. I'll see you up there, man. Good luck.
All right, man. Thank you.
So next up is a 70s Corolla with a 2J in it. That's pretty f***ing cool. You never know what you're gonna find here at I-29. We're right in the middle of the Midwest. You get a whole bunch of different variety of cars, that's for sure. Look at this thing. I love the wheels. I think I got him. I definitely beat him. I just don't know if I broke out or not. We're gonna see.
Oh yeah, man.
that was a good run.
Get him?
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. Oh, 760. Woo! Dang, that was
Moves into the next round.
that was very close to breaking out. So I can't go any quicker than that. Give me a white chip. Oh, one. Okay, number one. You got one? Oh boy. Which car?
335.
Oh, okay. What'd you run?
It's been pretty good. I've been running like 7.7.
Okay, so we're pretty close. All right, round 3. Got the 3 Series, 335 twin turbo. Moment of truth, gonna get the time slip. I was pedaling it just barely. He was just ahead of me right before the finish, and then he wasn't, I hope. We're gonna see. Hopefully my reaction time wasn't too.
There you go, buddy.
Oh, let's see what we got. 765, I don't know. It doesn't say who won. I didn't break out at least. What'd you run?
761.
761, so you got me on ET, and I got you on reaction, so I think I got it. Usually there's a winning.
I don't think they're putting them on these.
Okay, all right, 761 and a 765, so 400ths, and then I think I got you by 200ths, which is like barely anything.
Yeah.
Barely squeaked out the win on that last one. We had to go do the math to make sure, but it was like 0.015 seconds or something like that. Anyway, on to the next round. I'm racing the black Cornet. It's like a 60s Cornet. I have no idea what it's all about, but just gonna send it.
You're into the 4th round,
I think this is the most rounds I've gone in a drag race ever.
and it's not even in your race car.
No.
Good luck.
Thanks. You know who won?
Huh?
Do you know who won?
You did, buddy.
I did?
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Dude, you're kicking ass, though.
Going to the semis. 771. Reaction time is pretty similar. I think my 1.8 foot, so that was better than I've gotten. Nice. Yes. Got the buy into the final. I have to make a pass and then come right back up here to run either the Mach 1 or the Gremlin. And I met that guy with the Gremlin a few weeks ago, and I love that car, so I'd love to run him in the final, but either one would be fun. I'm going to have to see what they run so I can figure out how much I need a sandbag.
So Kyle gets a bye to the final, and racing to see who gets to race him in the final is the Mach 1 and the Gremlin. Kyle's racing a Mustang in the final.
Aw, shit. You said you wanted to race me in the final.
I know, I did too.
Here we are. Well, I've never been in a drag racing final, so this will be cool.
Hey, me neither.
Yeah.
So,
Well, good luck, man.
Hey, you
What's done to the Mach 1?
it's pretty much just got a 2.1 Kenny bell on it, built trans,
Nice.
built rear end, and that's about it.
On to the final.
Absolutely.
Good luck, man.
Hey, good luck.
That was close. Did he win? Did he break out? No! No! I was kind of scared of that because he kind of bogged off the line. The Mach 1 got off the line real well, so he had to run him down. I'm sure he crossed the line first, but broke out. That sucks. Congrats to the Mach 1 guy though.
I mean, you want the good news or the bad news?
The good news.
The good news is you hit 100.
Ah, son of a bitch. Did I break up?
746.
Oh no!
Yeah, you broke out, buddy. I'm sorry. Hey, it was a good run though.
Thank you. No! You sandbagging son of a bitch.
That was a hell of a race.
Nice run.
751.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh man, there's no way I could have guessed that
I
one.
actually just tapped the brakes right at the end because
I saw that.
Dude, you came around so hard the last like 15 feet of the track, and
yeah.
when I hit the brakes, I was like, I think I just gave him the win.
But, well, yeah, but I didn't know your car would run that, so I think I ran a 746. So that was a badass pass.
Thanks, man.
You earned that one.
Hey, man, that was a
good race.
fun race.
Sweet. Wow, that was a good way to end the night. That was badass. He didn't think his car was gonna run that quick. And he's like, wow, this thing feels good. So he hit the brakes. That was his first time hitting the brakes. He wasn't actually sandbagging earlier in the night, so he had very good call on that one. So my point and shoot camera died, so I shot the end of that with this. So now it's on to Grudge races, and I've been wanting to race Jeremy forever. I want to race him from a roll, but the roll race closed after dark. So supercharged R8 versus supercharged C6. This is gonna sound good for the spectators, that's for sure. See what it ran all out. And I'm so used to pedaling it that I hit the limiter hard at the end of the track. All right, 189 60-foot spin its ass off, 704, almost in the sixes. And that was just a Grudge run, so it didn't matter if I broke out. Nice run, 7-0. I bet that sounded good for everybody else. Two blown cars.
I'm really glad we did it.
Hell yeah.
You ate me alive at the end.
Alright, time for another Grudge race. I'm racing this white G-body over here.
Kyle.
And what's that?
I'm his mom.
Oh, are you?
He's 9-year-old pit crew.
That's right. He just told me that. I couldn't believe that.
You are racing 9-year-old pit crew.
That's great.
10 years later.
I love it. I was just going to tell you that. So I filmed this guy over here in the right lane when he was 9 years old, working on his, I think they were changing tires on his dad's G-body. Like a Grand National, and he just told me this. It blew my mind. All right, got ourselves a 685 with another pretty not great 60 foot, but it's better than what I've been getting. So finally in the sixes with the spank bank. Nice run, man.
Yeah, thanks.
That was fun.
Yeah.
You blew my mind when you told me that pulling up in the lanes. So it was here at I-29, wasn't it? So I filmed you. Was it you and your brother?
It was me and my buddy 8 years ago.
Working on your dad's car?
Yeah, just
changing tires on his Grand National? That's sweet.
Yeah.
And how old are you now?
17.
17? This is your high school car?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Got the pass and everything.
Hell yeah. Pretty fucking quick for a high school car.
It's not fast enough, obviously.
Yeah. Nice run, man.
Yeah, thanks, you too.
Up next, we're racing a Trackhawk Jeep, all-wheel drive automatic. Hopefully doesn't have a whole lot of power, because if he does, I've got a few things going against me. This is one of the Altered Garage cars, so we're 1-0 with Altered Garage. How much power are you at?
I think a little, like 900.
Okay. That'll be a good race.
It'll be good.
Good luck.
Yeah,
hit the 6s?
Yeah.
Getting slower. She's probably she's a little warm. I think she's getting a little heat soaked right now. I have hot lapped the crap out of the last 3 runs.
Nice race. Yeah, what'd you run? I didn't look.
7.4.
Okay.
Worst time of the night.
Foot. Did you just run before that?
Yeah.
Probably my car's heat soaking bad. It just keeps getting slower and slower and slower.
This one is. The best time of the night was 6.7.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Best time of the night.
So I ran a 685.
Okay.
So it's probably just
heat soaked. And
yeah.
all that. We might have
Be super fucking close.
different. Yeah. No. Absolutely. That thing is quick.
All in all, I'd say I'm very pleased with the Spank Bank's first performance out with the new mods. Finally happy with the performance with the way this car's going. I think it's perfect power level for a street car without having to worry too much about it being high maintenance. It hot lap pretty good. It got a little slower getting heat soaked, but I think I'm like 10 or 11 and 1 tonight. Unfortunately, that one loss was in the final. It cost me a lot of money. I think it was around $2 grand to win, but I had a blast.